And then I'm just going to post real quick on my Facebook page. So everybody who wants to chill with us can come chill. So what's up, guys? No one's really chatting besides Sean and Mike. Where's all my homies at? Did you guys all get caught up on the episodes last night? Nice. So who wants to come on screen live with me first and kick off this episode chat? Do you guys have a camera, Gunnar or Sully? We're going to have some fun talking about yesterday's episode. Oh, come on, Sully. No camera? What about you, Gunnar? Gunnar has a cam. You want to jump on with me? We can. You are. Well, maybe some other people will come on with Cam soon, and then we can have somebody come on here. Well, first of all, welcome back to my show, guys. Last night's episode was pretty cool, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I haven't been able to come here and make a video chatting with you guys about some of these recent episodes because they have been really, really intense. I'm not sure. Hey, Matthew, I'm not sure about you, Scott. What are your thoughts on Hit? I personally think he's still in the fight. He hasn't been down for a couple episodes sitting in the audience seats. Yeah, I mean, did Hit get eliminated? Geez, it's been so long since they've mentioned Hit. We've been on this Kefla fight for so long. I can't even remember what happened to him. Did he get eliminated? He did get eliminated by Jiren, right? I'm pretty sure he did. Man, there's been so much going on over the past couple of weeks. It's hard to keep up with everything. Maybe somebody can refresh my memory real quick. Looks like you guys don't remember either. I mean, his fight with Jiren was pretty awesome. I mean, he was able to keep up with Jiren for the most part using his time skip. But I mean, I still really don't understand what Hit's raw power is, because a lot of the times when he gets his hits in, when he's fighting people, it's because he's using his time skip and he's essentially catching them off guard. Granted, he has to have some sort of high level of power in order to be able to land those punches and have them be effective. But still, I feel like even though we see Hit a lot, that I still don't know what his max power is really yet. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thoughts on Hit. I like Hit. I think he's pretty cool. I haven't used him yet in my Dokkan Battle decks, but I do have him. But yeah, no, I think he's pretty cool. But let's get back. Let's talk about that Kefla fight first of all, guys. That fusion was awesome. And I don't know about you, but I really thought that Kefla was going to go Super Saiyan 3 on that last battle she had with Goku. I mean, she seems to be a lot more powerful than Gotenks was during the Buu saga, and Gotenks was easily able to obtain the Super Saiyan 3 level after being shown it only once. So I kind of thought they were following the same pattern, where Goku showed both Kale and Khalifa Super Saiyan 3, and then when they merged, they should have been able to obtain it. At least that's my opinion of it. I thought during that final blast that she was letting off on Ultra Instinct Goku, that when she's like, okay, I'm going to give it everything I've got, that at that point she was going to like maybe go berserk or go like a berserk Super Saiyan 3. That would have been really cool, but it didn't happen, and I was kind of disappointed. Come on, guys, it's Dragon Ball Super Chat. Where's all my friends in the chat box? If you guys are watching on YouTube, come on over to my Gravy Live show. The link's in the description box below. So let's talk about last night's episode real quick. I mean, I am just so sick and tired of the whole Brienne fan club that they have going on there, like the fight for love type stuff that they have going on. It's just annoying to me. Like Universe 2 is annoying. They really don't have any powerful fighters. I mean, well, I guess the girls were kind of powerful, but like they're just annoying and whiny the entire time. And it was so nice to see them finally kicked off. And I got to tell you guys, when Brienne started talking to 18, like basically making fun of her, why the diffusion didn't run out though while Vegito had less camera time? Yeah, Ryan, I kind of agree with that. We'll get to that in a second. But when you guys were watching the episode last night and Brienne was talking all kinds of smack to 18, saying that she doesn't know what love is because she thinks Krillin's ugly and has no nose, like how messed up did you guys think that was? Like this friggin' hippo is trying to say that Krillin's not a good-looking dude, but yet she's like 100 pounds overweight in her transformed, more powerful form. Like I thought that was a little bit ridiculous. I mean, like I don't know what's going on. Even like think about other fusions that we've had where Goku and Vegeta make Vetku, and it's a failed fusion, which is why he's actually a fat version of himself. And there was actually a skinny version that was released in the Japanese card game, like back in 1995, which was a skinny Gogeta. So I didn't even know that. I actually found that today searching around. But even when Goten and Trunks merge, their failed fusions are fat and their failed fusions are skinny. So obviously, throughout the Dragon Ball universe, a more powerful form isn't necessarily turning into a hippo. So I don't know why her gaining an extra 100, 120 pounds is supposed to make her more powerful. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand that concept. Then she's making fun of Krillin for not having a nose and calling him ugly when she transforms from a good-looking chick into a really ugly chick. Like, I didn't get that. I thought that was, like, really mean. You know what I mean? But it pissed off 18, and she kind of came back at her with vengeance, and I thought that was pretty awesome. I don't know what they're trying to prove with that storyline, but you can't see anything? Video feed not working? What's going on? Can you guys see me now? Is that better? I just reset my connection. Can you guys see me now? Can you see me now? One of the things I liked best about that entire episode was hey, what's up, Cyrus? What can you say about the Goku Kamehameha to Kefla? Well, I mean that whole sequence, like I watch usually when the episodes come out, and it's usually late at night. Sometimes, but sometime between like 8 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, and so I'm like watching in bed, and my wife's next to me like passed out. Okay, good, Bradley. My wife's like passed out next to me, and I'm watching the Kefla Goku fight, and that whole sequence of him dodging all the blasts and then riding her blast wave with his Kamehameha all the way up to the top, and then basically flipping and blasting her in the face. I'm like watching on my phone, and I have the volume turned down, and I'm just like, holy shit, and I said it kind of loud. I almost probably woke my wife up, but like it was an incredible sequence that when they do stuff like that, when they show like this level of like power and skill that the fighters have and the way they're able to animate sometimes, like it's awe-inspiring, Like that was that whole fight was amazing. And I just wish they would have followed up like they did that on purpose. They had this amazing fight episode, and then they bring us Brienne back, like they get us all pumped up, they make us happy, and then they're like, okay, now we're gonna serve you some more Brienne just to get her out of the way. Thanks, David. David, come on over to my gravy show so you can watch here too, man. What's empty? Ken 419? So in last night's episode too, actually what I liked a lot about last night's episode, I mean, I'm glad that they like to show how strong the bond is between Krillin and 18. I mean, I've always liked them together as a couple. They make a great family. Yes, Cyrus, it definitely was. Um, but what I liked best about that episode was how in sync androids 18 and 19 were. I mean, throughout the entire episode, like they were on it the entire time. Like they didn't even have to talk. They just look at each other and like just kind of like nod, and they know exactly what they're supposed to do. They're so in sync. I mean, I know they're twins and everything, but it was just so cool to see them fighting. Like that whole sequence of fighting Brienne and the other chick, the way they set Brienne and the other chick up to basically launch their most powerful attacks and hit each other and dodge out of the way at the same exact time was incredible. And I thought it was funny how like this all powerful being sprains her ankle and he just fixes it with like tying up her ankle with like a part of her shirt. Obviously that was just to show like the compassion they have for each other. And then when they were talking about each other's families and 18 was saying, I heard you're going to take your family on a trip around the world or something like that, and she's like, oh, it sounds really fun. Like you could tell like I hope after this tournament's over, they start spending more time together because you can tell they miss seeing each other. He has his thing and she has her family. And even though, and she's also complaining she wishes life was better if Krillin had more money, but like they're always doing stuff with Bulma. It's not like they don't have access to do all these fun and crazy things. You know what I mean? But how cool is it? Somewhere in this episode, Goku-san is graduate. Wait, what'd you say, David? How cool that somewhere in this episode, Goku's son is a graduated college son, like that boy got fighting smart. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You guys, Ken, you can't see my video right now? What's going on here? Is that better? Can you see, Ken? All right. Sorry about that, guys. Man, it really makes me lose my train of thought when I'm trying to talk to you guys, and then you say like the camera's messed up or something. Hopefully that gets fixed soon because that shouldn't be happening as much as it is. I hope the feed's still going well on YouTube. For everybody watching on YouTube right now, can you see everything totally fine? Let's see. Let me go to my live on YouTube. Live streaming. Okay, sweet. So anyway, so during that episode, it was nice to see, basically the tandem dance that they did throughout the entire time they were fighting. And then when Brienne got super huge and she was trying to take out 18, and then she ended up taking her out. And then that moment where she's running up Brienne's arm and it's about to get blasted, and then 19 just shows up and cuts the blast away, and he's like, "Sorry, I'm late," and then they show the dude that he just pummeled and into the rocks really quick. I just really like that. I love seeing the brother and sister camaraderie that they have, and how much they're able to just kind of fight together, because they, out of every single group of fighters we've seen, I feel like their ability to work together was by far the best out of any team up we've seen in the whole Dragon Ball universe. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Hey, what's up, Mike Staples? Arkansas, nice. Oh, David, you haven't downloaded the Docking Battle? Yeah, it takes a lot of memory. My Docking Battle game is legit. I just got to level 259. I'm already level 262. My AGL deck, it used to be my only good deck. Now I have enough cards to make other good decks too. Cornfields of Nebraska. Oh, really, Cyrus? Oh, you'll have to send that to me. Hey, what's up, Daniel from Hungary? So let's talk some more about that episode, guys. So how many? I feel like I'm talking about an episode that not a lot of you guys have watched yet. Do you guys not watch these episodes on Crunchyroll as soon as they come out? That's basically what I use. All I use is the Crunchyroll app. The Crunchyroll app lets me have like all my animes that I'm watching in a row just right there. Because I'm caught up on One Piece, and now I'm watching that pretty much every week as well. Like right now, I'm watching One Piece, Dragon Ball Super, Boruto. I'm trying to finish Naruto, which is taking forever. All right, good. Alex has seen it. No, I don't read much manga, honestly, guys. I would like to. I just don't have time. I wish I had like I wish I started my channel 9 years ago. You know, you guys probably don't wish this, but sometimes I wish all I did was like gaming and anime, and then I could just focus on doing that all the time versus only doing the gaming and anime when I have time to do it, you know? Kind of sucks for me because that's kind of where my passion lies. It's like and I gotta start live streaming more. Like I was playing Zelda the other day for like 3 hours, and I was like, man, I should have just been live streaming this. I just got the 4 Guardian amiibos that came out, so I was collecting the masks for that they come with, and then there was the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 outfit for Link that you could collect by finding 3 like secret areas on the map, and you look into the sky and you see a shooting star come down, and it's like a treasure chest. Hey, Andrew, it's about time. I've been waiting for somebody to join me on stage, and I know you will at least come join me. Did you watch the episode last night? Oh my God, Alex. It took me like 3 months straight to watch all of One Piece. Andrew, have you at least seen the Kamehameha, the Kefla fight? Because we got to talk about the Kefla fight. Kefla fight. I kept saying her name wrong. Yeah, you're a noob, bro. If for those guys watching on YouTube, come over to my Crunchyroll channel so you can interact a bit more. I can bring you guys on stage with me, and I don't think you'll be able to see the video when I bring other people on stage on YouTube. So if you want to see chatting with some of my other friends on here, I'm going to invite Andrew right now. So what did you guys think of last night's episode when Vegeta was basically like, so and Andrew, we're gonna have a bit of a spoiler for you, but it's not really a big spoiler. So, what did you guys think last night when when Vegeta was fighting that like intergalactic cop guy who keeps changing his costume, and he's like, I'm gonna obtain Ultra Instinct, and he basically just lets the dude punch him in the face 100 times, like trying to obtain Ultra Instinct, like he's just waiting for his body to react and block the punch, you know, and he has his eyes closed, and then after like getting punched in the face 50 times, he catches the fist and he's like blocking his eyes, and then he moves the fist down and you see that his eyes are open, so he basically was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna beat the crap out of this dude.
That's
He
funny.
literally catches the guy's fist and just like uppercuts him in the stomach, and then the dude's like, oh, I see you've been hiding your true power too, before he passes out. And it's just so funny to me because it's like, no, bro, that wasn't Vegeta's true power. He literally just like baby punched you in the stomach and that took you out. You're so weak, you know? And then he just kind of like walked away because he was pissed. Because I don't know, dude, like if getting punched in the face was enough to awaken Ultra Instinct, I mean, Bulma could punch him in the face, you know, and slap him until Ultra Instinct was obtained. Like, I feel like in order to obtain Ultra Instinct, you have to be pushed into a corner. Like instinct to me is like an animal response, you know? Like animals in the wild, they have instincts that like they just kick in whenever they feel threatened or whatever when they're about to fight. So I feel like the ultra instinct is almost like what's not our animal instincts. What's the word for it, Andrew?
Gut instinct?
What?
Gut, like trusting your gut almost?
Yeah, kind of like that. Like we're so civilized that we don't really tap into our bare instincts anymore, you know?
Right.
Like life is easy, so there's no need for us to always like have our wits about us no matter what we're doing. And I feel like that's what Ultra Instinct is basically just tapping into like the powered form of just your reaction. Like if you walk towards a squirrel, they just bolt. They don't even have to look at you. They just know you're there. They fucking bolt. You know, they have like squirrels have ultra instinct. You ever see those things? they will tear you up.
Yeah, they'll like I don't know, go ninja on you and just I don't. I was gonna say almost like maybe like fight or flight, like
Yeah, that too.
an adrenaline rush is somewhat similar.
I agree. And we got some YouTube comments. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, you probably can't see Andrew, so come over to Gravy. The link's in the info section of the video. For those of you guys who are here right now, all donations for today's show, there's a contribute button down there, are going to go towards more Dragon Stones so I can do some more pulls on Dock and Battle later and do a video on that because I have to get the new Gogeta. So if you want to support my bad habit, that's what the donations are going towards today. And then, oh my God, let me show you guys something real quick. I think I can share my screen. You guys are gonna go nuts when I show you this. This is my next thing I'm gonna be saving up for. It's a new statue. Let's see, Broly. It's a Broly statue.
Is that
what?
Is that a new tank you're wearing?
Yeah. It's my Ginyu Force tank. Guys, I can share screens. Let me share screens real quick. Let's see. Controls. You guys are gonna lose your mind. Promote, props, share my screen. All right. Can you see my screen right now?
It's still loading for me.
All right, it's loading for me too. All right. Is it sharing this? Wait, is it sharing yet?
Not yet. Not on my end.
Application window. All right, I think this is gonna work. Okay.
It's going on forever.
Whoa, it's going on forever.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
right.
Let me know if you guys
can see this.
See this
Can you
screen
see
right
this
here?
screen right here?
Whoa, that is ridiculous.
So guys, you can see this, right, Andrew?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So dude, this is a Dragon Ball Z Broly statue, and it lights up. His eyes light up. It's like $2,000. It's insane. Like I don't know why it cost this much, but I think it's this big. It's massive. But this isn't even the coolest part. The orb and his eyes light up, dude. You can change his hand, and he holds Goku up. How sick is that?
That's
Can you imagine?
So cool.
I would have to build a whole new area just for that statue. That thing is friggin' insane. Like, holy crap. I need that in my life. My wife needs new purses. Well, I need that. All right, now rest in peace, Brienne. I don't know how to turn this off. Let me hold. Oh, here we go.
Is that like the only one they have, or are they making multiple?
I've seen it. That one was $1,600 plus shipping, which is like $300 something, and then there was a few others I saw that were like $1,800 with like $200 shipping. So pretty much no matter where you get it, it's like 2 G's, you know?
Right. That's super cool.
It's so cool. Like, I need to go to Japan and just
right.
stay there for a week and just ship things home, you know? Give them away as prizes to you guys.
That would be really awesome.
I mean, I'm not giving you guys a $2,000 statue, but
right. Right.
Oh man! Hey, everybody watching on YouTube, click the link to go to my Gravy Live show so you guys can interact with us. And hey, what's going on from Paris? Got Joseph Thames. What's up, Frieza? David, you're funny. So Joseph Thames, seriously, what's going on with Frieza? Dude, I don't know. I was wondering. I thought he was going to make an appearance in yesterday's episode. I want to see Frieza beat some people down. You know what I mean? How do you feel about that, Andrew?
Frieza?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. I haven't started the show yet.
Well, you haven't started any of Super yet?
No.
I thought you were gonna start watching.
I want to. It's just like so. I'm like behind on all the shows that I've already been watching.
Montana's pissed at you right now.
I
The
know.
only saving grace is your ability to draw at this point.
Yeah, that is still work in progress, but I have the one that I've been working on is coming along if you want to see that.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right.
Oh yeah, Montana, you're all caught up on. We can talk about My Hero Academia if you want to too after this. Dude, All Might is actually, guys. If you go to justsayin.co, I'll type it is over here. They actually sell All Might tank tops. Justsayin.co and use the code MS10 for 10% off the entire store. It's my buddy's website. All of this stuff is amazing. Yeah, plus Ultra. Oh, sweet.
I know.
Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, the vascularity is real, but
Yeah, dude. I wish I had veins that like popped out of my shoulders like an inch and went around. That would be pretty intense.
right. So once I finish that, I just have a few more, and then I'll be done. At least the drawing part.
I hope so, man. These walls, it needs to go like right up here. This is where it's gonna go. What's
Right.
Kamehacon, Sloth? Thanks, Montana. Post video, want to see what your $2,000 statue looks like. Yeah, if I do get it. I mean, I'm saving for other things right now, like launching my goddamn app for my website that's been working on for like 2 months.
Mhm.
Oh man, I almost hit like Super Saiyan 3 the other week, like asking where this app is. I was getting so pissed, you know?
Uh-huh.
Sucks, man. Waiting for other people to do stuff sucks. So, dude, you haven't even seen the fight between Goku versus Kefla. Like, you haven't seen Ultra Instinct Goku. You need to watch it, man.
I
That's
know.
gonna be your inspiration to make more amazing drawings.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I had wanted to watch it for a long time, and then it's just like, how these things play out. You just kind of keep saying I want to do it, but it's not like I'm twiddling my thumbs, doing nothing. Uh, no excuses. Yeah, I will get to it eventually.
Well, let's hope so.
I don't know, but when I do, I'll actually be able to have more input into, especially talking about the Dragon Ball Super stuff.
Yeah, man, like you're just out of the loop. I almost feel like I don't even know what to say to you at this point. Like I can't be like, "Yo, bro, do you hate Brienne as much as the rest of the world?" You're like, "I don't know who she is."
I know Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones, but it's a different character.
Brienne, like, oh my god, this character was so annoying. It was so nice to see her get eliminated from the tournament. How many of you guys in the comment section? How many guys watch My Hero Academia? Have you seen that one yet, Andrew?
No.
Jeez. I'm gonna have to just like get rid of you. David Tapia, what are your statues behind you? Oh, so my statues behind me, I'll show you guys real quick. These are my guys. So we got Super Saiyan 4, Trunks, Goku, Broly, and Vegeta. And then down there is some Captain America. And then these are some statues I got when I was in Rome. So that's actually Hector and what's his name? Achilles. Hector and Achilles fighting each other. And then that's the Archangel Michael. So those are my statues when I was in Rome. And that's Super Saiyan 6 Vegeta. Here we go.
Super Saiyan 53.
Yeah, it just keeps going and going and going. Who is my favorite character in One? Do you at least watch One Piece, Andrew?
No.
Oh my god, dude.
See, I had this problem in college. in all the, as a film student, every time someone, like the professor would ask, "Who has seen this movie?" and my hand would never go up. I never watched like all the movies that people were like, "Oh, have you seen this?" and everyone has. I apparently haven't. So
Jeez, man.
this is
You need to get it together.
I
Yeah.
just suck at life. What do I
Montana's like,
do
what
all
do you
day?
do all day long?
Just a whole bunch of different stuff. I just bounce between different things.
Oh man. Well, somebody asked about One Piece. So my favorite character in One Piece is actually Zoro, and it's the same voice actor that does Piccolo
Hmm.
in Dragon Ball Z. I'm like 99.9% sure.
It's interesting seeing like who voices what, and like the same person will voice things and you'd have never even known.
Yeah, especially when you like watch a lot of older animes, you hear a lot of the same voices. Like, what's the show I'm watching right now? No, not Lone Star. I can't remember the name of it right now. Like the whole era of like Cowboy Bebop was a lot of the same voice actors going from show to show to show.
Uh-huh.
Guys, you guys over that are watching Cartoon Network, what's that? What's that new show about the the dudes who fly around in space? Oh, what the heck? I can't think of it right now. And it wasn't on last night because they had a Dragon Ball Kai marathon, which was horrible. It's all the episodes we already saw. Yeah, that's what I want to do on my Thanksgiving weekend. Is I want to rewatch all the episodes of Dragon Ball Kai that have already been on for the last 6 weeks. Like I haven't already been watching them. Give me a break.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I love Rick and Morty. Man, it's gonna be so long until the new season comes out. But what's crazy about that show is just how intelligent that show is. Like there's so much always happening in those episodes. And I watch a lot of videos online, like trying to like delve into them a bit further to figure things out.
Uh-huh.
What do you guys think? Do you think his mom is a clone or is the real mom? I think it's a clone, personally. Please tell me of a favorite character in the Naruto series. Your favorite has to be Rock Lee. Boruto. Well, in Boruto, that's metal. So wait, do you like metal? Like Rock Lee's son? Is that what you're talking about? No, it's not Cowboy Bebop. Is it Lone Star? Let me see. I'm gonna search real quick. Cartoon Network.
I've heard great things of Rick and Morty.
Cartoon Network. Saturday night lineup. There we go.
Yeah, Montana. South Park, I've seen all of South Park except the recent episodes.
They had the Black Friday Boondaloo on during the week this week, obviously for Black Friday. Oh
Uh-huh.
my god, I love those 3 episodes. That basically sets up for the Stick of Truth game. So funny. All right, here we go. 10 squid. No, dude, does anybody else hate Squidbillies as much as I do? I hate that show so much. I hate Squidbillies. It's so annoying. Here we go. Outlaw Star. There we go. That's the name of it. Have any of you guys been watching Outlaw Star? That show's actually pretty cool.
I'm just waiting for you to ask me what show I have seen that I can say yes to. We're currently watching.
Oh, okay.
I watched Gotham.
Yeah, I don't watch that show. I'm not a huge Batman fan.
Right.
Oh, grown-up men here talking about cartoons. Yeah, pretty much pre-am.
I mean, I watched Flash and Arrow.
So you do watch shows that are relevant to like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
That's okay, Gunner. Augie and the Cockroaches is more annoying. I never heard of that one, Cyrus. I'm doing good, Victor. Is The Punisher already out on Netflix?
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to come out. Oh my god, dude! I could have watched that all last night during
It came
this.
out the 17th. I need to binge watch that, but I've checked out like reviews and people are saying it's awesome.
Dude, the Punisher, like the Punisher is the hero we all want to be. Like we just want to beat the crap out of every
Yeah.
single person that pisses us off. Like I think it's so funny how in society where, you know, like we'll go to the movies, right? And we'll go watch the Avengers and we'll watch like Captain America beat the crap out of like all these bad guys.
Yeah.
And then like you walk out of the movie theater and you
You're
like
just like, I
someone
want
like
to be that
confronts
person.
you and like insults you and you punch him in the face and everyone thinks you're a bad guy for like
Right.
defending yourself. It like
I
blows my
always feel so empowered after I watch a Marvel film.
Oh, especially after Thor. I'm actually going to see Justice League today in about an hour and a half. So
I've heard mixed things.
yeah, I've heard mixed things too. I mean, I feel bad for them. I've been keeping up with like their box office, and out of every DC movie so far, the opening weekend for Justice League has been the worst out
Right.
of all the movies. They and like Wonder Woman did it over 100 million, maybe like 108 million, and then Justice League ended up doing
96.
like 93. Well, they reported 96 million, and then they had to actually be like, "Oh, sorry, it was only 93 million."
Right.
And did you get the hit the Gogeta banner yet? Yeah, Priam, I hit the Gogeta banner, but I only got the strength Gogeta. So all donations today, I mean, there haven't been any yet, which is fine. I'm still going to do my shows, but all donations today are going to go towards Dragonstones to try to get the new Gogeta. And I need Tech Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 and then Super Gogeta Intelligence. So you guys can help me with that. Oh, yeah, Gunner gives it a 6 out of 10. Do you know the problem with Justice League and all the Batman movies and Superman movies? It's just it's the color palette. Like it's too dark. Like there's no excitement. Like what gets you excited? Black and gray or like the Marvel Cinematic Universe of like look at Thor. There's so many bright colors in your face, you can't help but get excited when you see the previews. You see a preview for Justice League and you're like, "Oh, all right, so Batman's going to like hide in the shadows and like poke people or I don't know what the hell he's going to do."
That's funny.
Yeah, say Gunner. I didn't even see the movie, and Gunner says the same thing. Don't rub it in, but you've got Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, and Goku. Well, guess what, Saki? I'm going to be catching up to you and kicking your ass on some Dokkan battles, so don't even get my face. Weird, I heard that Justice League got a bad review, the movie, and it should not even be watched. If you think it's okay, screw it, I'm going to watch it. Saki says hello to you, Andrew.
What's up, Saki?
Yeah, so for those of you guys watching on YouTube, come over to my live show on Gravy so you can interact with us a bit more.
I would watch. I don't really care like how bad the reviews were or are. I would still watch it just because I'm a fan of superhero movies.
I mean, they're the money makers now, man. Like you just gotta get in it. You just gotta follow the trend. This is the only time I'd say be a follower. Like just follow everybody else and watch them, and enjoy them, and talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
So Victor, this isn't gonna be a fitness chat. So whenever I do my streams, guys, I'll title it if it's gonna be like anime and stuff, or if it's gonna be fitness. That way you guys know. So maybe from now on, I'll just title these streams like anime chat or fitness chat as opposed to, because like today's stream was supposed to be episode like 117 review of Dragon Ball Super, but you guys, most of you haven't seen it and Andrew doesn't watch it because he sucks at life. So
I suck at life.
But at least the fitness stuff, I'll say like fitness chat so you guys know. That way I can keep it separated. Because as much as I love fitness, talking about it all the time gets to be quite draining for me. And that's pretty much what I do all week, between answering comments on YouTube videos. By the way, did you guys all watch my video talking about how they were trying to scam me to like being on a Netflix show? Did you see that video, Andrew?
That is one of my tabs currently open.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I watch YouTube videos every day, so I'll kind of like open them in new tabs and I'll just go one along the other up until the present. So yeah, it's ready to be watched.
Well,
But yeah, I was looking at that and I was just like, no, I wonder what that's about.
still click on it later and let it play so I get the views. But I'll
Oh,
I'll
I'll
talk
watch
about
it.
that right now. I like the
I
part with your
was
girlfriend making the call. Yeah, when my wife called back the IRS. So I'll give you guys the short version of that video. You guys can watch the long version later because it's quite entertaining. Basically, I got like a series of text messages on my phone. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I hate it when the text message like buzzing goes off like 8 to 10 times in a row. It makes me want to pick up my phone and just like throw it across the room because I'm like, who the hell is spam texting me like a friggin' story? You know, like I hate that so much. Just like I don't know, like it just all those beeps in a row, they just like penetrate my brain and hit my friggin' Abdullah whatever. It makes me angry. What's that called? In the I'm thinking of Waterboy, medulla oblongata. You've never seen Waterboy? Please tell me you've seen Waterboy, Adam Sandler. Oh my god, this isn't even fun talking to Andrew. Like you can't even like make sly movie references that the whole world knows. Anyways, so I got all these text messages in a row, so I'm already irritated. And then I'm reading them, and basically this chick says she's like from this casting agency, and she wants to cast me in a show with Thor's brother, Luke Hemsworth. And then she wanted me to like click this link and log in to this like bogus Google login page. And I'm like, yeah, okay, let me just log in with my Google credentials on some bogus page from some person text messaging me. You know, and so I basically told her she's a scam, and then she said that I was being an elitist, and that wouldn't get me far in this industry. I'm like, all right, that's great. Well, I'll see you later, because clearly I've made it quite far, not being an elitist, you know?
You wouldn't be getting like a casting call through text.
No, they would call you, and at the end of the day, like, they're not going to give up on the first shot. Like, and someone actually pointed something out that I didn't catch on to. She's like, here's the link. If you have any trouble, let me know. And so I'm like, well, can you just send me the PDF? And then she's like, no, use the link. It's like, you just said if I have any trouble, let you know, and you'll help me. And I'm like, okay, I'm having trouble. I don't want to log in here. And she's like, no, you're not doing it.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's wicked stupid. And then I told that story, and then I talked about the IRS thing, which happens to a lot of people. And then I told a story about some pedophile, like sex offender that I met on a plane. That was pretty intense. And he ended up turning out. Basically, this guy told me he wanted me to be on like Britney Spears' Boys Gone Wild like show she was doing, which obviously wasn't true.
Right.
And then I was messing with him, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come meet you at this parking lot. Like, yeah, it's not creepy at all. And I never showed up, obviously. And then like 6 months later, the dude's on the news. He had like, I forgot to say this in my video. They said he had like 13 different aliases that he went by. Like this guy was like super hardcore. The alias that he went by with me was like JD Worthington. And yeah, he ended up dying in jail. Sucks for him.
I actually kind of like the videos that you make where you're kind of like ranting about something, like the one from a couple weeks back about the Facebook ad.
Yeah.
I was kind of, I could subtly relate to that because I really hate how like when I post something on my Facebook page, the first thing that comes up is like page admins boosted a similar post to this. Get it viewed for this amount of money and get 7,000, 10,000, whatever views. And I'm just like, I've noticed that it's not being sent out on people's feed as much on their timeline.
Yeah, Facebook, if your thumbnail image has words in it, Facebook will like show it less, even though you're paying the same money. Like Facebook sucks. I hate your ad system. Oh, hold on. People are getting mad. I'm ignoring their comments. Saki. Oh, sorry, Pre-M. I hope you feel better. Play some Docking Battle. It makes me feel better. Could you do a video on body positivity? I think it can make some people realize how wrong they are. What do you mean body positivity? Like being happy with yourself or like what a healthy body looks like? I want to talk about something that's a little touchy. Maybe you guys can have a fun rant about this. We're so far off topic on Dragon Ball right now, but that doesn't matter. only like 3 people right now have seen the episode, so I think we pretty much covered it. So there's a lot more stuff happening. We'll talk about body positivity. I don't know if you guys watch Project Runway at all. Probably not. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically a show where it's like an elimination show for fashion where they have all these different designers. There's like 8 to 10 of them, and then like every single week they have a fashion show like event they have to do where they have to design clothes, and then the shittiest clothes designer gets eliminated. Kind of like Face Off or Ink Master, kind of the same lines of those shows. So now on Project Runway, because my wife and daughter watch all the time, now they have plus size models on the show, right? So now they have to make clothing for plus size models, which is fine. But what pisses me off is that now the judges are trying to act so high and mighty. And so like a plus size model comes on stage and all the judges are like, that's what a real woman looks like. Finally, a real woman on the show. And I'm like, so you're basically insulting every other model that's been on your show saying they're not real women. Like, I don't think a real woman is super, super anorexic thin or super fat and overweight. I think a real woman is like the average woman. Maybe like this is what my stepdaughter said to me because she was pissed about it too. She's like, a real girl like her age is maybe skinny or like maybe skinny with a little like curves. And like that's what she sees as a real woman. It's like they're trying to be so politically correct. They're glorifying. Like, how do you even be a plus size model? Do you like make a meal plan and workout routine that's like supposed to like get you in better shape and then you just do half of it? Like do you just like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, and that part of the industry really screws with me. And I feel like, nobody wants to say it because everybody wants to be politically correct and be like, oh, you can't say someone's overweight because that's mean. Well, you know what? Kids made fun of me when I was younger, and that's kind of what drove me to get in better shape, Yeah, like I didn't like being called skinny, so I wanted to get bigger.
Like what you were saying in one of your videos recently, like you're just pointing out characteristics about people, but people want to get like offended to pretty much anything.
Yeah, and Saki basically is saying, I'm just reading the comment. Yeah, that's basically what we're talking about right now. Like, here's the thing. Yeah, a characteristic of what you look like, okay? You can be fat, you can be obese, you can be skinny, you can be super skinny, you can be in shape, you can be too big, taking a lot of steroids, you're too big. Like, these are characteristics. And if someone says you're fat and you get pissed, it's because I guess you're not as happy as being fat as you're claiming you are. Like, right. I'm proud of my body while you're fat. And then you get pissed about it. Like, if you were so happy, why would you get mad? Like, I'm happy with how I look. And someone's like, well, you're too muscly. I'm like, awesome. That's how I want to look. Yeah. I want to look too muscly. Right. Or, like my sister Diana, so I have a stepsister who's about my age, and her whole life she's been like a toothpick. Even now, she's had 3 kids, and she's still a toothpick, like 100 pounds, soaking wet. And people call her like super too skinny, or they call her anorexic and stuff. And she gets pissed. She's like, stop saying I'm too skinny. Like, I like how I look. Stop telling me this is a bad thing. Like, I'm healthy. I eat regularly, Right. And it's like, as long as you're skinny or people say you're too big, like you have too much muscle, it's okay for people to judge you. But if you're fat and someone calls you fat, well, then you're an asshole, right? According to like our society.
Right. And then like people can change. They get pissed because they can change. They can, if they don't like how they look, they can change, but then like they don't take the necessary steps to change. So then like they just keep going the same way the entire time and get nowhere, and then nothing is ever improved.
Yeah, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You know what I mean?
I know.
What is David saying? I have a million hands up thing that I like. Scott, the way he looks, he is yeah, and he thinks that big voluptuous women are gorgeous, but a big gorgeous hearts but that's the thing is like, we're not saying like, well, obviously if like you're super overweight, like there's health concerns. Like
Right.
clearly that is not the healthiest you could be.
No.
But to glorify that and to say like, you know, you shouldn't try to be healthier, I think that's the problem. And
That's the wrong message.
everyone has their taste. Like David says he likes big voluptuous women, and that's fine, you know. But like I think now that we're going to the extreme like left on this topic, and we're saying that, you know, instead of saying like it's okay to be big and voluptuous and it's okay to be on the skinnier side, or it's okay to be muscular, to go to the extreme left and being like, oh, overweight, obese, plus size model is a real woman, and just totally like insult every other woman on the playing field. Like now it's getting too like you said, we're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Now we're just like taking all these women and every other how they look, and then just insulting them and saying they're not real women. You know what I mean? Like just make it an even playing field. Like everyone's allowed to have their opinion. Like you can't be afraid to have your opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's okay, Priam. You know, my job is to help you if you're super fat and overweight, to help you make healthier lifestyle choices. Don't think for a second that I judge people. You know, I've had clients that have been super overweight, super skinny, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I gain joy from helping people reach their goals. You know, not every client that I've trained has wanted to be super ripped. Some clients, like I've trained like some dudes they're like, listen, I don't want to be super lean. I wanna maybe reduce my body fat, but I want to look like a friggin' powerhouse when I wear a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. Like some people just like to have a bigger look, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like, you're saying that you don't want to be 3% body fat?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I know the reason why I know big women got amazing. I have several big women and they're judging them. Yeah, I mean, David, I have friends that are women that are big as well. You know, even in my family, it has nothing to like the size of your body should have nothing to do with your personality. Like
right, exactly.
It is a characteristic of what you look like. You know. I mean, and that's why I was getting irritated with the last episode of Dragon Ball Super, where like I don't understand why Brienne's more powerful form is turning into an obese woman. Like in the whole Dragon Ball universe, like when you get more powerful, usually if you get more powerful, you're putting more work in. Usually you develop more muscle. You know what I mean? So I don't know what Toriyama is trying to do with the character of Brienne. You know, even Boo starts off as like a gooey fat blob, and then he starts training to get ready for the Tournament of Power, and he gets like super ripped because that's what happens when you work out. Like
right.
It's not even being like a jerk. Like when you train harder to get more powerful, you get bigger and more ripped. Like that's what happens. You know, and then Brienne is saying Krillin's like gross because he has no nose. It's like, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Priam, I was being extremely over exaggerated the 3% body fat comment.
Yeah. Look at this. I like this comment from Dragon Ball Addict. We bust each other's asses if anyone gains weight, and we go full savage. Doesn't matter if it's a girl or guy. More motivation to work out. And dude, like I agree with you. Like I do not respond. I respond better to negative reinforcement versus positive reinforcement. Like, I feel like when someone rewards me with a positive comment, I get a feeling of like, oh, okay, that's nice. But if someone says to me like, oh, that was good, but you could have done better, then I'm like, shit, I'm gonna do a better job now. Like I'm gonna try even harder now.
There's like if there's something that will benefit me with like training or nutrition, I don't care what. Like if it's something that will like improve me, I will like do it. Obviously, if it's like healthy and doesn't, you know, I'm not talking about like steroids or stuff like that, but I'm very cold turkey like that because I always strive for bigger and better self-improvement. And
Well,
Priam,
that's the problem with, I think, today's society is they're for like young kids, a lot of young kids, they really don't strive for self-improvement because they're basically have their asses kissed since they're born. Like the moment they're born, and then the second they get to school, like they can do no wrong. They can't be told by teachers they're doing things wrong or the teachers get in trouble. Like,
I don't like that. It's the wrong mentality where people are getting the wrong picture in their head, and then it's just like a domino effect. One thing just keeps leading to another, and then people just expect things and then don't want to like they think that they should get an A effort no matter what.
they don't even get A's anymore. They get like checks. Like you get a check plus or a check
Plus.
minus. Dude, like they started doing some of that shit when I was in school, and I was like, you guys better not be giving me any checks because my project was way better than that person's, and we both get a check. Like, you need to go fucking kick rocks with that check system. It's like, God forbid you get a D and your whole life is over. You go home and hang yourself. Like, that's the parents' fault. You know what I mean?
I wanted to respond to Priam's comment.
Hey, Lexi, what's up?
Jinder Mahal. Yeah, he got super, super, super lean. I don't even know what his body fat is, but if I had to guess, he definitely single digits. I would say like 5 or 6. That
What are
guy,
you talking about?
Jinder Mahal, he's a WWE wrestler.
Jinder Mahal?
Athlete X, he did cover him in his video.
When did that video come out?
The Athlete X video?
Yeah.
It was a few weeks ago. But if you like Google search Jinder Mahal, like transformation, you'll see like from a couple of years ago to now, and it's just like
I'm looking at some photos.
difference.
Well, look at The Rock. Like The Rock, when he was on WWE, like he looks like a totally different person, you know? Like literally he ate himself and he turned into somebody else. Like he
Yeah, he was a WWE champion. Yeah, he's billed from India. Apparently born in Canada though.
Yeah, I'm looking at his photos. He's a pretty big dude.
Yeah, he's tall too. He has really like long legs.
Looks like he has some gyno around his nipples though.
Yeah. Don't hinder the gender. That's funny. I've seen that before. I watch WWE, so that's how I know this stuff.
Dude, so my cousin Corey, he's like he's 31, and he's been blind and confined to a wheelchair his whole life. But he listens to TV all the time. He loves watching TV, and he is like the biggest wrestling fan you'll ever meet in your life. Like he'll be watching the show, and just from hearing like the music and the sounds, he knows what every single person on stage is doing. It's incredible.
Right.
To watch him.
That's nice.
Yeah. He's wicked funny. Oh,
my
wow.
favorite wrestler.
Yeah, this guy looks totally different.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Well, drugs do amazing things, my friend.
My favorite wrestler. I'll type it out in the comments.
Go back here. 1X Miss gained like 5 kilograms. No one gave a shit about my feelings. I was told that every meetup, damn, you got fat. That's good, man. That's what we want to hear. Don't hinder the gender. Yeah, The Rock's all natural. Yeah. I don't know. I get a little irritated with Athlete X when he talks about, like, when he did his video on Zac Efron, and he's like, oh, Zac Efron just did a push-pull legs routine. That's why he looks so different for Baywatch. And I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't know that push-pull legs made your jawline go from here to here in a matter of 3 to 6 months. Like, give me a break. Like, just tell the truth, dude. Like, if you're going to make a video and you're going to have all these people watching, just tell the truth. It's like, yeah, he's working out with The Rock, and The Rock was never like, hey, man, you wanna try some stuff? Like, you want to get a bit more jacked real quick? Because clearly I know what I'm doing. I'm huge. I'm The Rock. Like, give me a break.
I'm just doing this hard reset, and I'm just gonna build muscle for all of pretty much 2018. It'll be interesting to see what I look like when it's time to film Total Evolution.
Yeah, you gotta come film that down here, right?
Yeah, I definitely want to. I am saying yes. I surely want to do that. And the program, like I took another look at it, adjusted some things, re-edited it. I always like saying edited it. It's like
edited it.
So it's the program itself is done. It is complete. So
nice,
now it's just like.
So Andrew, guys, is gonna be posting a full program on my site, muscularstrength.com, so you guys can be able to see that. Oh, Saki didn't see the drawing.
Yeah,
I want to say something real quick, because Priam said, yeah, not only that, Yinder is super strict with his diet. And I feel like this term gets thrown around so much that, like, people just believe anything. Like, oh, you're super strict with your diet. No matter how strict you are with your diet, you can only gain a certain amount of muscle mass a year naturally. I don't care how strict you are with your diet. You know, and if anything, the stricter you are with your diet and the more you refuse, the more you hold yourself back from eating probably more, the less muscle you're probably going to gain. Because if you're too strict, then that can also be a hindrance as well. Like, and so many people say, oh, he's just super strict with his diet. That's why he's so ripped all the time. No, probably just takes a low dose of like Tren or Winnie, which is why you're ripped all the time. Like, people forget that everyone lives in the same world, you know? And it's like, you'll have people that are super strict with their training and their diet and they're only able to look a certain way. And then they'll refer to other people that look, you know, super ripped 24/7, don't work out as hard or diet as much. And they're like, oh, they're just strict with their diet. It's like, no, come on, guys.
That's interesting.
Oh, he just did a few more reps per set than I did. That's why he looks bigger and more ripped.
You know, it's interesting because so I go to Gold's Gym and like I know a lot of the staff. I know a lot of the people in there. And, you know, it's unfortunate because a lot of people in there and it just makes you really think and question like how many people are actually taking drugs and
that's what Lexi just said. Lexi said, like, I'm super naive and had no idea. And honestly, I was the same way. Like, when I was in high school, like, maybe I could talk about that. Like, I used to get so angry with myself because all of the other kids in my school that were into lifting, not all of them, I mean, like the kids that were into lifting that I went to school with that were doing way better than me. And I'm like, I work at a friggin' gym. I'm training every day. I'm eating. Like, how are these kids surpassing me so quickly? Like, benching double what I bench. Like, I'm like, how is this even possible? Because I thought the only way you could get steroids and drugs was like if you were in like the movies or something. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, I had no idea.
And you know, so someone I've known since I was in like 8th grade. You know, he's been like cycling different things. I know he's taking like clenbuterol. I think he's now actually taking trenbolone. And I'm just, you know, it's one thing to take it, but then it's just like you haven't even tried like actually reaching your genetic potential or really like trying to gain as much naturally. It's just like you're going from like 0 to 100. And only stopping at like 50. But, you know, and it's just like, you know, and like you've said, I don't have anything against people that are taking steroids or anything like that. It doesn't make you a bad person by any means.
No, not at all.
It just goes against like, it's supposed to be hard. It's like, it's a challenge. But with the steroids and everything, you're taking away that like, that reward factor, that feeling that you get from like actually accomplishing something that 99% of people will never have.
Yeah, like, and what Mike Staples says, like, you need to earn the right to actually be able to use them. And I kind of agree with you. Like, I feel like a lot of people who start out and they jump on right away, they don't know what it feels like to really push themselves to the limit, because you don't have to work as hard. So it's like your work habits are almost like faltered because it's so easy to build muscle that maybe you don't grind out those last like 2 to 3 reps, or you know what I mean? Maybe you don't push yourself a little extra hard to do like superset. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and I like that.
There's some what?
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's like I crave that stuff. Like I like grinding out those reps. I like that feeling of pushing myself. And it's just like if anything like that is taken away, then it's just like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Well, so Gunnar, yeah, but Gunnar, TRT is different than taking steroids. I've made videos on this. You know what's funny is, so I've actually explained TRT to like 3 different people, like where my studio is. I have different businesses that are around me, and a couple of the guys were asking me about TRT. Actually, my neighbor lost like 80 pounds over the last like 4 months. Like he dropped a lot of body fat, and then he was asking me about like, you know, energy levels and stuff. And I was like, oh, well, what are your testosterone levels? And actually, this is a question when I do my Skype consultations. When I have older clientele, I say, what are your testosterone levels? Because it's super important. You can't expect to maximize your gains with low testosterone. And a lot of doctors, they don't really understand like their average testosterone level for a male is between 270 to 1020 nanograms per deciliter, right?
Right.
So if your testosterone levels are like 300, a doctor might say to you, oh, your testosterone levels are fine. And maybe they never tell you what your nanograms per deciliter are. They're like, oh, you're within the range. But they didn't tell you you're at the bottom end of the range.
Right.
You know what I mean? But and it's like, if you're just like doing your daily thing and you're not really going to the gym, you know, but you're active and you eat right, maybe that's okay. But if you're going to the gym and you're trying to make gains and you're tearing down muscle tissue for regrowth, and your body has all these other repairs and things that it needs to make, sitting at that 300 nanograms per deciliter isn't really going to help you. If anything, yeah, it's gonna make you like lethargic and lazy, and your recovery time is going to be shit. Your workouts aren't going to be as good because you don't have as much testosterone. And so if you do something like TRT, on average for most men, it'll still only get you to like 500 to 600 nanograms per deciliter max. So you're basically in the middle of that range of 270 to 1020. If you take anabolic steroids, and I'm not even talking about Tren, because Tren is like 5 to 10 times stronger. If you take anabolic steroids, instead of being between 270 and 1,000, you're now sitting between 4 to 5,000. So it's like, yeah, it's an astronomical difference. So TRT is not a bad thing. Granted, there still can be some side effects, which is why you need to be monitored by your doctor, but it's still gonna keep you in that healthy range, and it's not the same thing as taking, you know, anabolic steroids. Like it is, like I would still consider you natural if you were on TRT, because you're basically just keeping your natural range of testosterone.
And if anyone doesn't know, like that's watching, like 98% of the testosterone that we do have in our bodies is going, like, you know, for sexual reproduction and things like that. So just that small 2% of that free testosterone is going to the muscle gains and strength and everything. So it's like, you know, especially if you have low testosterone levels, you know, it's important to bump that up.
Yeah, and so Eric Maples, if you run an hour a day before lifting, I wouldn't recommend running before lifting, because I feel like you're not gonna be able to lift as much weight because you lose a lot of that.
Years ago. I made that mistake once years ago. Never did it again.
Yeah, you lose a lot of that muscle elasticity that helps you lift more weight. I always recommend doing it after. Alex Marr, when you hear about all these crazy movie transformations, although it's inspiring, it might definitely set unrealistic expectations. But that's just the thing. Like, for the movies, these actors are like, they're willing to change their body for a role. Guys, they do take drugs in order to do that. A lot of them do. I'm sure a lot of them don't, but I'm sure the majority of them do. Like, look at Wolverine. Like, all right, time to be Wolverine in like 4 months, and then he gets like incredibly shredded and huge, and it's like, yeah, he probably had a little bit of help, but we don't. Who cares? They're not teaching fitness. They're trying to get ready for a role, like for a movie, and they can do whatever they want. Like,
paid tons of money.
Yeah, but like, what irks me about that though is, and it's not their fault, but like they're like, oh yeah, all I did was train 6 hours a day, and that's how I got ready for the show. And like, people are so gullible that they think that if you work out for 6 hours a day that you're gonna get better results. And it's like, no, like that's actually the worst thing that you could do is work out 6 hours a day every day. Like, your body has no time to recover, and you hit these points of where your body can only work out for so long. Like the dude who's playing Cable, right? I was reading up on his workout, and he's like, oh, all I started doing was double sessions of like 3 hours every single day is how I got ready for Cable. And I'm like, is your trainer retarded? Like, why is your trainer making you train? You're like in your 50s. I don't even know how old the guy is. He's like 40s, early 50s, and you're going to make him train 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon? Granted, a lot of that could be cardio based, like doing like circuit style training, or they do like to do a lot of like boxing, kickboxing, or whatever. But still, like 6 hours a day is too much for me. Like, if I had to train 6 hours a day, I'd kill myself. Like, that's way too much. I've actually gotten bigger training less and having more recovery time,
Oh, yeah. I like to train 12 hours a day, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to train as soon as I wake up. I start training
24/7.
Yeah, Buffalo's talking about free testosterone, which is what you mentioned.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, Andrew, that's why you miss all the shows. You're too busy training.
Priam wanted me to introduce myself. I don't even know. I'm just a guy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Saki. And a lot of that too, a lot of the times these people aren't transforming. It's probably because they're not eating enough food, and that's the number one killer, is just not eating enough.
Yeah. I've what's the word I'm saying?
I need to work out. I haven't been able to work out for like 3 days because of Thanksgiving, and I'm feeling it. I feel like soft and deflated. I just want to go lift all the weight in my gym and then just back up.
Biceps today. Yes. I love my pool workouts. You got me beat.
Getting there. I've been hitting my biceps hard. I've been doing a lot of overloading on incline dumbbell curls, and that's been helping me a lot.
Ooh, little muscle.
They're so small. Oh, everyone just left the feed after that. Damn.
I know.
Oh, man.
If I get less sexual active, do I get more of those free testosterone?
I would think that if you're more sexually active, your body's like, oh, damn, I got to replenish this testosterone faster. That's what I would.
So many mixed things about that, like sexual activity, and like, oh, does it raise your testosterone, boost your testosterone? I did it.
My favorite thing is like when they try to do these tests where, like, I remember reading this like test once where this guy, like, he like did some training or whatever, like day one, then day two, they're like, okay, go have sex with your wife and then come back and train. And then like they try to measure his performance. I'm like, this is so stupid.
Yeah. I did a video like a month or two ago talking about the connection. I wanted to link watching porn to boosting testosterone in men, and there were actually studies that supported like just solely watching it, and it was very interesting. And then it got flagged.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't advertiser friendly.
I was actually talking to my wife about this. I was like, I had a couple friends that were like super into watching porn. We're like totally off topic, by the way, guys, now. So sorry.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super porn.
Like, we gotta talk about Goku. Like, what's going on? And I said to my wife, I was like, I never really cared for watching or looking at porn growing up. I'm like, if anything, it would make me more frustrated. I'm like, oh, now I'm like, oh, I'm looking at all these things and I can't do anything with them. They're on paper. Like, I need to go out into the real world and find an actual girlfriend.
Right?
Can Goku even lift? I'm gonna cry right now. I'm crying, and Scott made a good point. Thanks, Saki. Things are getting weird.
Eh,
Maybe we
sorry, Lexi. Boys will be boys.
Everyone's just like, I don't know what to say right now. No, things are getting real. Things haven't gotten this real since my time on The Real World. That was actually my line on the intro. My line was, when people stop being polite and start getting real.
That's funny.
Oh, man. What took so long? Okay, guys, Vegeta and Ultra Instinct, when? He needs to go Ultra Instinct soon, man. We'll get back on topic. We'll talk about something that Andrew isn't. We'll educate Andrew a little bit.
Oh no. Oh boy.
So I'm in Heist. So Montana, I have like 4 scenes in Heist. Granted, they're not super long, but a good like 5 to 6 lines, because the movie was mostly about, Robert De Niro and all the big name actors. I was just a SWAT team captain. I shouldn't say I was just a SWAT team captain. I was a pretty amazing SWAT team captain. I walked in there. I had my gun. I knew how to hold it. I looked pretty badass. My head was shaved. To be honest with you guys, I'd shave my head again, but I don't want to.
I saw a comment earlier that was saying our hair game was like on point.
Yeah, I need a haircut actually, though. I like it when it's a bit tighter through here.
Uh-huh.
Like all this, see all this? I like when that's all gone.
Yeah, because it kind of like pops out sideways.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the swollest SWAT team captain. But man, that was cool. That was cool. I would like to do a movie again. I just wish that I had gotten Jeffrey Dean Morgan's autograph when I was chilling with him at lunch.
That would have been awesome.
Like, I hadn't really, like, I watch Supernatural a lot now. I'm like super fan of Supernatural. My wife and daughter make fun of me. They like say they're my man crushes, which is fine. They're awesome.
That's fine.
But I didn't realize at the time that he was the dad, And I was so mad because I started I watched it at that time, but like here and there, like I would just catch random episodes on TV. But then once I started really watching all the episodes, I started over at season 1, and I was like, oh my God, it's friggin' Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I had friggin' forgot that he was. Oh, really? He's going to return, Montana? I mean, he can only last on Walking Dead for so long,
Right.
That would be so sick if he comes
What's
back.
Walking Dead?
What?
What's The Walking Dead?
Oh my God. You don't even watch Walking Dead,
No,
dude.
I watch Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. So, anyhow.
I was just busting you there.
Walking Dead has been getting pretty interested. Prior F Walking Dead.
F Walking Dead.
So Gunnar, I got that part in that movie from I was working with Lionsgate, and they just happened to have they just happened to know about it, and they asked if they had anybody in mind, and they just kind of introduced me. Like, it was just kind of a cool thing like that.
That's super awesome.
No, I'm not doing any giveaways for today's show.
He gave away me.
I was in a heist with Dave Bautista and Robert De Niro, Mark Paul Gosselaar, Gina Carrara.
Bautista.
Yeah, I was a SWAT team captain.
I've been in movies.
That'll probably never happen again because I have an elitist attitude and won't log into fake Google websites with my username and password, apparently.
I've been in movies, just very, very low budget films that I made or my other college friends made.
Oh man, I don't even want to know what these low budget college films are.
Well, no, I did like a pilot for Disney XD. So that was pretty cool. And one of the films that I edited for something called Campus Movie Fest, it was shown at the Cannes Film Festival in France last year.
Oh, that's cool.
That was like super cool.
So you did some of the animation?
I'm sorry?
You did some of the animation?
I did the editing and all the special effects for it. It was a film called Light Years, and it was about this kid who gets abducted by aliens. So I did an alien spaceship and different portal things. So that was super cool.
Nice, dude. You have to let us see it. Can you post it anywhere?
I came, the crappy. So they had like a cat. They capped the length at 5 minutes. The real thing's like 6.5. But if you just search Light Years CMF on YouTube, yeah, man, I want to know more about Andrew too. You can subscribe to me on YouTube and learn a little bit more about me.
I mean, there's not really much to know. He's kind of boring. He doesn't
I
watch
know
any.
I don't watch TV shows, and I lift heavy things, and I like food.
You know, I hate to say it. Yeah, and he makes sweet drawings. Exactly. I hate to say it, but I kind of enjoy when I do my live show more on Older Humanity because we just kind of like have fun and just chat about whatever.
Right.
Like, as opposed to like me just answering a million fitness questions in a row. I feel like I can just kind of connect with you guys and just have some fun, you know?
Right. Thanks, Montana.
Montana's gonna support
How heavy is heavy? Well, not as much as it was over the summer because losing body fat, my strength has come down a little bit.
I told my wife, excuse my language, but this is just how I talk to my wife. I was like, babe, I need to stop training like such a pussy and hit the gym hard starting next week. my wife's so supportive. And she's like, oh, you're doing a good job. She's like, you're getting stronger and bigger. And I was like, yeah, but like, sometimes I just sit down and I'll just like look at like older photos and videos, and I'll just remember how I used to train because I had more time. And I've been kind of frustrated because I've been spending so much time. Like, for those of you on my website, muscularstrength.com, we just implemented a new comment section across the entire site, which we're still, finishing the update for that. I've been working super hard on getting my app done. Like, I have all these different deliverables that I'm working on. It's like my brain has been compartmentalized. I can never say that stupid word. Like, it's in different sections. And the section of my brain that's allocated towards training has just gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. And I just want to like make it big again, like I want to get to the gym at like 3:00 or like 2:00 in the afternoon and just like obliterate whatever I'm training and then get home by like 5 or 6 and still have the rest of the night to do whatever I need to do versus getting to the gym at like 6 or 7 and then rushing my workout because I have to get home and do other things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to get to the gym and just start to feel like I used to feel, like walk in and just be like, all right, I'm going to beat the crap out of like every muscle group. And I tell you what helps me out the most with that is if I bring like a sheet of paper with my workout routine on it. For some reason, like having that visual aid really helps me to,
oh yeah,
like, oh, okay, this is all the exercises I'm doing versus like getting there and not having a plan and just kind of doing what I normally do. It almost makes the workout seem like it's going to take longer versus having a sheet of paper and I can just kind of like check off everything that I do. No, I don't work out for 3 hours. My workouts are usually an hour and a half max. I'm just saying like I like to hang out in my studio. So like I'll work out and then maybe just like sit in the office with the music on and like do some stuff. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
I feel the same way. Like, cause I walk in like a old school with my clipboard and my charts, and
nerd.
I don't see too much of that. But I like having like the quantitative thing of what I'm doing.
Nice. Yeah, like my Cheat and Recover program I have an Excel sheet that I made. It's actually pretty sick. I'm just gonna start bringing it with me to my studio and just start crushing it. And I actually work out faster too, to be honest. When I have my sheet with me, like I roll through my workouts, not faster like trying to go super fast, but I stay on task.
You know what you're doing. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Smelling salt helps too.
Oh, geez, babe. Lexi says hi.
Hi, Lexi.
That's my wife. She said we got to go see Justice League.
Hi, Erica.
Yeah, my studio's in Plastow, New Hampshire. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go see Justice League. I made my contribution to their like horrible box office. I'm trying to help them not go out of business.
Maybe they'll make like a killer. I mean, I know Wonder Woman. I heard great things about that.
Well, the thing with Wonder Woman though is Wonder Woman is first of all, guys want to see a hot chick.
Yeah.
Women want to see a powerful woman. And it's like Chris Pine, like I like Chris Pine a lot, so he brings a lot to the table. And then obviously, what's her name? I always say her name wrong. Which
The
one?
one-
What?
Gal
Yeah,
Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, obviously, like I think she's an amazing actress. I really like her when I first saw her like in the Fast and Furious movies and stuff. So like I'm a fan. And then all the trailers for Wonder Woman weren't just like these dark and gloomy things. Like you saw her being badass. You saw like, Nemaskara where she lives, and like it wasn't just like dark and gloomy, like rapey, like what am I trying to say here? Alleyways. Like that's Batman. Like whenever I think of Batman, I think of like being in an alleyway with like trash everywhere and looking up and seeing him like jumping down. Like that's what I think of. I think of Batman.
Right.
But yeah. Anyways, wish me luck. Hopefully I make it out alive of Justice League. It's not too bad. I don't
Good luck.
carry on the.
This beast.
I mean, guys, I hate to admit it. I almost fell asleep during Batman 3 with Bane. Like, it was just so long. I was like, oh my God.
The Dark Knight Rises.
But I will say, for those of you who have not seen the episode of South Park where they all wear Bane masks and they attack the UPS man because they think he's having sex with all their wives, you need to watch that episode and you'll thank me for it when you're done.
Is that a new one?
What?
That's not a new one, is it?
No, it's a couple years old, but
Okay.
they're like,
I've seen
Mr.
that.
UPS man.
Yeah, okay, I remember that now.
Oh man.
I've
All
seen
right, guys.
episodes. I like get them mixed up, and
I'm gonna have to change my show name to the Scott and Andrew Show at some point because
yeah.
none of you guys got friggin' webcams, so it's just me and Andrew.
It's
But
fun.
I like that better. To be honest, I feel live just being here by myself. I feel awkward. I'm just like, hey, somebody
Hey,
asked
guys.
me a question.
I'm Scott Herman from MuscularStrength.com.
Yeah, maybe yeah, Lexi, you heard that. I gotta start giving away webcams.
Webcams, that's funny.
Just also too, I was hoping that Greg would be here because the dude wanted to win a prize so friggin' bad on our last show. He finally won, like on the last giveaway. I emailed him. I never heard back. In fact, the person who won supplements on my other show that I emailed never emailed me back for those prizes either. So,
Really?
yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I'll have giveaways for the next show. I promise, guys.
I checked my email and it was like Scott or Oh the Humanities about to go live, and it's like, oh crap, gotta get on.
I'll have lots of giveaways for the next show. I promise, guys. But and it'll probably be more fitness related for the next one too.
Fun. That sounds fun. I believe most of your fans are
Yeah.
like,
Probably Piram, which is very flattering. So thank you. Hey guys, really, thanks for hanging out today. I know we talked about a lot of cool stuff, a lot of different things. So it was nice. Hope you all have a great weekend. I got to work on my Christmas lights later, so that should be fun. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. And thanks for hanging out, Andrew.
yeah, Scott, always a pleasure. I'll be in touch.
See you guys.
All right, bye guys.